Hey you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss Drag Race Brazil Season 1, Episode 4, honey. Before we get into it, I gotta remind you, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our goal of 500 subscribers. Please, 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 please. We will love you forever. As always, it's just gonna be me for Drag Race Brazil. LaCresha has a very busy schedule, so she can only commit to the videos that she is doing. But make sure you follow her, subscribe to her channels, and like her posts and all that good stuff. It'll be all linked down in the description for you. So, I have to say, this episode, overall for me, it was a really good episode. Like, this design challenge was, like, amazing. Honestly, like, I was really sitting here taken back. I'm like, are they gonna do like a top 2 this week? But there were 3 clear bottoms, and they got 2 of those clear bottoms right. So we're definitely gonna be sitting there and discussing that. So without further ado, I say we get into this gig. Oh, before we do, I apologize for this video being late. I know usually it goes up on Wednesdays, but just a little piece into my life. I am in the process of getting my license. Yes, I don't have my driver's license. I know. I'm correcting that now. So I've taken my online course. I took the final exam, made a 96. Whoop, whoop. So now I just have to set up an appointment with the DMV and go take the actual driver's part. So wish me luck. I'm hoping to get that done within the next few weeks. So yeah, that I was busy taking that test and taking the 6-hour course that comes with that test this week. So, well, Wednesday we should be back on our scheduled regular post. So, now let's get into the gig. So this is right after Tristan's elimination. They come in, they read their message, and really, yeah, you could, yeah. Oh, I might need to add some words so y'all know what my yeahs are about. My apologies, because I was agreeing with the voice in my head. But yes, they were sitting there, they were talking about how they're going to miss Tristan, and then they congratulated Organza for getting her 2nd win in a row, I might add, in a row. So it's the next day in the workroom. They come in, and they start chatting about, ooh, what's the next challenge going to be? And baby, Bettina called it. She says, I think it's a design challenge. And truth be told, there it was. So they were talking about who can design, who can't, and most of them have a pretty good experience with a sewing machine. Now me, that's one thing. If I was ever going to sashay my tail into one of these workrooms, I'm going to have to get behind that sewing machine, because y'all not finna clock me when I get up in there for not being able to sew, okay? I'm going to put something nice together for you, too. But anyway, so we get our room mail from Drag Queen. She enters the workroom and announces that this week's mini challenge is the iconic reading challenge. Because reading is what? Y'all better say fundamental. Usually LaCresha's here to say fundamental for me, but she's not. So y'all better have said fundamental. And I better see fundamentals in the comments at the exact time stamp, because now you can put a comment and it'll be at that exact time. So yeah, I'll be checking. But yes, we had our reading challenge, and it was interesting. It was interesting, honey. The ones who were good, but the ones who were bad were bad. Like Bettina, she was great. Loved every piece of it. But Shannon was a no. Almost fell out this chair right behind me watching that when she started singing that. Oh, I was no good. No good. But anyway, after the mini challenge, Drag Queen announces that Bettina is the winner of the mini challenge, and I agree. Well, based off what they showed her, because they showed pretty much a good 2 minute of her with her reads. Some queens only got 1 or 2 reads, but she read like half the cast. So from what we were shown, I agree. Bettina is this week's mini challenge winner. So Drag Queen then announces that this week's maxi challenge is the design challenge. So they called it. So they only had 3 minutes to get their items together. And I've noticed that that's something they've been doing with, did it with Mexico. They did it with Germany, and now they're doing it here with Brazil. It's giving them time limits on how much they can get during a certain time, even though in this case there was nothing left. But they had 3 minutes to go and get all the material. And the poor pit crew, like, they could at least have the pit crew slide to the side. Be like, hey honey, slide to the side so that the queens don't just run you over, okay? Now, I have a question. Why didn't nobody go for that backdrop, that blue backdrop back there? Nobody went for that. Like, were they told not to? Because I would have went for it. What? You said everything over here. I sees this, I want it. You can call me Ariana Grande because I want it. I got it, okay? But yeah, so they go through. They're fighting for their life to get their materials. Oh, I got quite a bit of them, okay. So they're getting their materials. And they worked on their design. So we're going to go straight to the main stage. Typically, I like to talk about the little bits and pieces in between. But because we're already behind schedule, I'm just going to go straight to the main stage. And Drag Queen looks amazing here. I wish the shoes were just a tad bit darker. Just a shade darker. But other than that, I love this. And it would have been really cute if the tights would have had like some maybe rose print on them. Oh, I think that would have took it like top tier. But this was still great. She looked great, honey. So we were joined by Dudu, Bruna, and our special guest judge, Raphael. Love you. Come back anytime. Anytime. So the category is Atlantic Mermaids. And up first is Ruby Ocean. That's all I can say about Ruby. This, I would have thought she brought this from the house. I just loved the way when she was turning and it was flowing and it gave very much under the sea. I loved. This was one of my favorites of the night. One of my favorites. Up next is Naza. I thought this was cute. Now, I didn't think she was going to win. But I thought this was cute. I'm like, okay, this is a nice, safe outfit. But if you look at it, pretty much everybody but 3 people, in my opinion, did a good job. Then again, it's just my opinion. But anyway, she was one of the ones that did a good job. I really enjoyed this. It also gave me Sailor Moon villain. Did anybody else get that? Like Fisheye just dressing up for a ball or something. Yeah, like it gave very much Sailor Moon villain. And you know me, big Sailor Moon fan, loved it. Up next is Aquarella. Now this is one of the ones I didn't like. To me, it just didn't seem finished. And then it also seemed just a tad bit too similar to what she wore last week. I was like, okay, but yeah, was it my favorite? Up next is Organza. I thought this was good. This was a solid look. I would have loved some more proportions going on here. But other than that, really strong look. Did I keep that screenshot? Let me see. I did. Baby, face card never declines. I'm like, let me get this screenshot. Even though we are lifting a little bit right here. But that's okay. That is okay. She looked good. And honestly, this hairline makes me wonder if she borrowed this wig from somebody with a lighter complexion. But anyway, still, the face card, great. So up next is Miranda. I don't know how she wasn't in the top for this. Like, she walked out in this and I was gagged. I'm like, oh, she's taking it. Until, my girl coming a little bit later. I just love this. I love every piece of this. I love the color combinations. I love the silhouette. It's just everything. It checks all the boxes for me. This was a great look. Up next is Bettina. I'm shocked she wasn't in the bottom. I really am. I didn't like this. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't like this. I didn't like this, Sam. I am. I did not. I did not like this. Up next is Shannon. 8. Like, look at the material here. Like, hold on, let me zoom in. Like, do you see what I see? Stunning, beautiful, breathtaking, and I love how she put the stars all over her body. Like, it's the little details that I love so much. Like, I understood why this wasn't in the top because there was some better, but she did a freaking great job. And I wish she would have just got, like, hey, although you're safe, Shannon, you did great. You did a good job. You were this close to making it here. This close. But anyway, up next is Dallas DeVille. I like Dallas DeVille. I think she is a wonderful queen. And the makeup here looks lovely. Let's move on. Up next is Melusine Sparkle. I like this. I was really shocked how harsh the judges were being on this. To me, she shouldn't have been in the bottom 3, let alone the bottom 2. Like, I'm like, they must have wanted this baby to go home. She was getting on my nerves when she was sitting there getting all butt hurt because people were cheering during the lip sync like they've always done on the show. But yeah, I thought it was weird. But then again, she did try to read Greg, and she's like, I'll remember that. And baby, she remembered it, okay? She remembered it. Up next is Elena. Wait, I had more, I deleted them. But trust me, I had more than this. This was everything. It's everything to me. Yeah. I loved every second of this. I love the wet hair. I love the accessories on the face. Like this, it's just wrapped around her body perfectly. Perfectly. It's just, rightful winner. It should have been just one person winning. But then again, I'm not the judge. So out of all these queens, clearly Helena is my favorite look. But honorable mention to Ruby, honorable mention to Miranda, honorable mention to Shannon. Like, it's just, this was, like I said, everybody did a pretty decent job except for 3 people. Everybody else, I'm like, okay, good job. You know what I'm saying? But we find out that our tops and bottoms are as followed. In the top, we have Ruby Ocean, Naza, and Elena. And in the bottom, we have Aquarella, Dallas DeVille, and Melusine Sparkle. I don't know why her name left me there for a second. Now, if I was judging this, Naza would not have been in the top. You did a good job, sweetie. You did. But I would have put Miranda. And Elena would have got the solo win by herself. By her lonesome, okay? And for the bottoms, I would have switched out Melusine with, who did I write down here? Oh yeah, Bettina. Bettina. I think the bottom 2 should have been Aquarella and Dallas, but that's not how the cards fell. So, we find out that the winner is Elena and Naza. I agree with Elena. Naza, you did an amazing job, and honestly, you should have got the co-win with Organza last week. So I guess this is them making up for that. But I think you were good safe this week. But I'm happy for you, girl. It's not like you did bad. It's not like it's George's. Like, oh God, I love George's. But when that happened, my eyes, my heart, my ears, every part of my body was confused. Every part of my body. But anyway, we find out that our bottom 2 is Aquarella and Melusine. I don't agree. If there was going to be a bottom 2, Dallas should have been here. But hey, I'm not the host. So they lip sync to Shagai by Numela. I know I butchered that, and I apologize. We got to the lip sync, and I thought this was a pretty decent lip sync. I was entertained. I felt like the tricks and the dips and the splits were a little crunchy. They were. But, ooh, especially this dip here, honey. When she just fell to the ground. That baby, she fell. Now, that was a shablam. Because that was not a dip. I don't know what she thought she was doing, honey. But the queens were living for it. I thought it was okay. I agree. I felt like Moonshine lost this lip sync when she started taking off her clothes and her shoes. And you can see it in Greg's face. She was like, "Girl, what are you doing? Put that back on." So apparently her and Rue have something in common. And I feel like it too now. If you're trying to make an empowering moment during the lip sync, cool, take your clothes off. But if you're just taking them off, especially the shoes, keep your shoes on, okay? Keep your shoes on. But yeah, Drag Queen made her decision and decided to keep Aquarella, which I agree. I do think she was the better of the two. Well, actually, I do think Malunzan had the better performance, but she took off her shoes. She took off her clothes. There was no reveal. Like, she even came out with the tail already off. Like, you could see the pants. So it was just like, that was one reveal you could have done. But hey. So we have to say goodbye to her. I would love to see her again. You know, if she decides to do a versus, a global, or whatever, I would like to see her again on my TV. I would. So they did a little dancey dance, and we find out next week they're going to be doing little effort challenges, doing little branding. So I am excited to see that. So I know this was short and sweet and to the point. But that's how it's going to have to be this week. And hopefully we can have our more detailed reviews starting back next week. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SimplyDesmond. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.